And I am a wee bit late, but rather late than never. I was stuck in a workshop and with some of my clients, and we got involved in talking about the absolutely amazing sales they're doing right now and what are they doing to actually make their stores more successful. In fact, today we're going to talk about how to revive your goals for 2020, which is really important right now because of the circumstances that we're in, right? Nothing is normal anymore. We are at home. We have to rethink our lives, our businesses, on what are we going to do next. And hang on one second. Regis, can you put off the air conditioner for me? The air conditioner is very loud, right? So I am on my boat and I'm doing this live from my boat. This is where I'm working, and we are in isolation. And so my husband works here as well all day long, and we are sharing space and lives. So it is never, never, never too late to set your goals because we are always so excited to set our goals in January, but then we get to April and we've got so busy with life. The kids are doing all sorts of sports, different sports. Our husband's more a little bit more demanding. He's changing jobs. We get so involved in our businesses that we lose sight of our goals for the year. So the sad truth is nearly 80% of us will fall off the resolution bandwagon by Super Bowl Sunday, which is here in America, obviously Super Bowl Sunday. And by this time next year, a mere 5% of us will have succeeded in reaching our goals. And that's really sad, right? Because we get so involved in what we're doing on a daily basis, helping our customers, doing our jobs, that we forget about our goals. So James Clear, he wrote a book about atomic connections, and he, in his blog post, Forget About Setting Goals, Focus on This Instead, made a good point about goals. He said goals are just ideas and dreams until they become part of our daily lives. So if you have a goal for your business, then you have to think about what do you want to do, how much you want to earn, because we're in business to make money, and how you're going to get there. So what you need a system, because if you don't have a system, you just have these visions and these goals and you do not know what to do with them. You've got to have a system. And a system is, for instance, if you're a coach, for instance, your goal is to win championships. Your system is what your team does practicing every day to get to the goal. If you're a writer, I'm a writer. You are going to write a book. That's my goal, to write actually 3 books this year. Your system is the writing schedule that you follow every single week. Because if you don't write every single week or every day, your book's not going to get published. If you're a runner, for instance, your goal is to run a marathon. I think you're crazy, but you're going to run a marathon. Your system is your training schedule for the month on a daily basis as well. And if you're an entrepreneur, your goal is to build $1 million business. Your system is your sales and marketing process. So you see, everything that we have a goal for, we need to have a system to actually make it work. So how can we keep our goals and our dreams alive? It's very, very simple, because I asked this question for some of my clients and they keep telling me it's in my head. You got to write it down. If it's not written down, then how can you actually create a process or a system to work it out to get to your goals? So here are a few goal setting roadblocks that you get. Biting off more than you can chew, right? Because life happens, we have personal stuff happening. So if our goals are too big, and everybody says, go for the big goal, we need to envision a big goal, but we have to make sure that our goals are achievable. Choosing goals because you think you should. Because if you don't know the why of your goal, then you're not going to have a reason to actually get to your goal. And then the other thing is your goals aren't specific or measurable. That's why those are some of the roadblocks that you get when you are creating the goals. So I have got a couple of steps that you have to think about. Okay. One of the first things about goals is look back and see what you've achieved. Whether you look back last month, whether you look back what you've did last year, see what you've done and what you need to do to get to those goals. So I have, for instance, in e-commerce, if you don't see where you've actually earned money, why you earned the money, and what happened, you won't be able to increase your sales for the next month. So you've got to realize, okay, so you haven't reached some customers. Why didn't you reach them? What did you not do to reach these customers? So if you're in a diet, for instance, if you want to reach your goal, what's the system? What did you do last month to lose weight, and could you lose more weight this month? Okay, so clean out your cupboards, clean out your refrigerators, and then maybe you'll lose more goals. Maybe you should do more exercise. So you see the difference, that you need to look at what you're doing today. What you've done yesterday will determine what you can improve on next month. So and so as I'm saying, in e-commerce is what have you sold and how can you sell more? You've got to look at what was successful, what wasn't. Number two is revisit your priorities. So make a list of priorities. And I keep getting back to lists always, of put it on in writing, make a list and prioritize your goals. See what's important, what's not important. So why? What truly matters to you? Where do you want to aim your focus? Because we only have so many hours in a day. We cannot do everything that we want to do. So maybe you're doing some work and you have X amount of hours that you're doing your work, and then you allocate some time to actually get closer to your goals. As my son keeps telling me, Mom, what's closest to the money? And that's exactly it. We're in business to make money. What is closest to the money that I can do today to get closer to my goal? For an example is, if you're getting fit, you can't. I find that if I'm getting fit, I can't just get fit for no reason whatsoever. I know I want to look good, but it's sort of nebulous, and you look good, and then you fall off the bandwagon again. So you got to have a goal. You got to have something that you're going to work toward. Like for instance, running a marathon, which I will never do, but running a marathon, for instance, right? Or why do I want to get fit? Is I want to play with my grandkids, because if they're running around, I want to run with them. So there has to be a goal to what you're doing. So revisit your priorities and decide, okay, so why do you want to achieve this goal, and and what's the real reason? Get down to the why of the goal. And then you have to refine your action steps, because if we have a goal, we have to then create the system to get to the goal. So how are we going to do that? So you've got to start with, for instance, if I have an e-commerce store, you have to decide, okay, I want to earn $100,000 in my e-commerce store this year. You start with the end in sight. What is the end game going to be? Then you're going to work backwards to how much you need to earn, how many products you need to sell, and what is your profit, because you got to realize how much profit you're going to make to actually get to that end goal. Um, and then you have to also decide is how you're going to get there. And the way you're going to get there is marketing and sales. And every day you need to actually create a plan on how to get to the goal. And this is how we're going to do it. Actions speak louder than words. You need to create a plan, a campaign to make people aware of what you're selling. If people don't know what you're selling, how are they going to buy it? So you're going to create content, you're going to be consistent, and you're going to be visible. And then you're going to decide, for instance, an example is, I'm going to create a promotion for this week. That's how I'm going to get people back to my website, and that's how I'm going to make sales. So what's the promotion going to be? You can decide on 30%. We're doing a promotion right now for a kids boutique. We are selling products for 30%. It's going to run for 10 days. We've determined how long it's going to be, and then what we're going to actually want to sell at the end of that period. So then you can decide how much do you want to spend to get to the amount that you want to earn. So we can start our advertising at $5 or something, and we're doing a lot of advertising. Obviously, on a daily basis, we're doing a lot of marketing as well, showing people our products, showing what they look like, showing new products. But the advertising is very, very specific. So we started on $5 and then slowly increase the amount to get more sales, to see what ads are successful and what ads are not working. And the only way to actually increase your sales in an e-commerce store is really spending some money on ads. Otherwise, nobody's going to know you're around and come and buy your products. So back to our goals again. So you start with your big goal. You're going to earn $100,000. So how many units do you have to sell to actually get to that $100,000? If you are selling $5 products, to get to the $100,000 is going to be a huge effort. So maybe you've got to rethink your pricing around your $5 items and maybe make them a little bit more expensive. Maybe you can bundle your products. Maybe you can add more accessories to your products, like Amazon does. Selling, you can buy this product, but you can buy this, and you only pay X amount. So bundling your products to make your actual sale a little bit more so you can attain that $100,000 faster. Because if you're going to only sell for $5, you're going to spend so much more money to get so many more customers to your e-commerce store. So, and this is the same if you are selling services as well, because if you are selling services, how much money do you want to make, and what are your services going to cost, and how many hours do you spend in actually providing the services? So you need to think about your profit margin, because you are costing your cost is your time. Costs money, right? Am I saying this right? So then you've got to calculate, okay, this is going to take me 20 hours, and this is what I'm going to earn in those 20 hours. And you also got to have a profit margin on top of that. Because I find that people tend to go too much about what somebody else is charging rather than how much money they're going to make. And then they undervalue themselves when they're selling their services or their products. So you've got to be very, very cognizant of your profit margins. Again, with the goals that we're going to achieve, so we know how many products we have. Now we're going to decide how many products we have to sell. Now you have to decide how many promotions are you going to run to actually get customers to come to your website to sell your services or your products. Because you get 2,000 people on your website, you only get between 4, that's my hobby, you only get between 4 to about 1.5% to 4% conversion rate on sales on a website, in a store. And that's whether it's products or even services. And the more your products and your services cost, the longer the sales cycle is to actually sell that product. So you've got to stay consistently online to actually get them to come and buy that product in front of people. So we have the $100,000. We have our products that we're going to sell. Now we're going to decide what promotions we're going to run, and if we have how many promotions we have to run to actually get to that $100,000. And there is a formula, actually, by the way. If you're interested in the formula, let me know, and I will post it in the comments, or you can message me, and I will actually give you the formula to work out how many units you have to sell, what profits you're making, and how many promotions you have to do. So here's some 10 tips on how to make a list of your goals. So back to, you got to write down every single idea, because all those ideas can be developed into something that you're going to either sell or promote or service. So write down all your ideas, write down your goals. So always carry a notebook, because you can be sitting somewhere having a cup of coffee, write down an idea. Always write down your ideas. Find a list of methods that works for you. I have a little book that I schlep around with me. I put all my ideas in it, and then I come back to it and I make sure to read through it to see what my ideas are and what I can develop and what I can do, and then what the profit margin says. Um, make a list of tasks. Okay, so the way I create my goals. So my goals this year was to launch one book. I'm going to actually launch 2 books this year. The one book's taking a little bit longer. I'm going to launch my book. I'm going to fill up my workshops, and then I am going to have I'm actually developing a bag for computers, a business bag for computers, but that's on the side. So what I have is I have my diary, and I have every single day, I have my big ideas that you have to write down. Okay. So I have my annual goals that I've written down. And then I have my, how am I going to achieve those goals? What do I need to do to achieve those goals? And you have to literally write down every single step of how you're going to achieve those goals, how you're going to get people to actually come and buy from you. So those ideas, okay? Then then what I do is blah, blah, blah. I don't use everything in this diary. Then I decide for the whole month what I'm going to achieve for the month. Break it down to a weekly goal of writing down every single week what I'm going to achieve. 3 big things I'm going to achieve for my business, not for my customers, for my business. Okay, so you got to think about your business. And if you're working with customers, you think about you are obviously helping your customers making more sales if you're that way inclined, or promoting or growing or whatever. But you are working with customers. So every week I have 3 big goals that I determine, and then every single day I write down my 1 to 3 goals that I'm going to achieve. And those 1 to 3 goals are 1 for me, 1 for my clients, and 1 personal. So I'm putting my personal as well. My personal right now is not doing too well. And then every week I look back and I have a look and see how I have improved. What do I need to do to improve next week? Because life happens, and you get lazy, and you have bad days, and we have the coronavirus, and so you really have life interfering with your goals, but that's okay. So if you just do one thing in a week to promote your business, that's absolutely fabulous. Okay. So one of the biggest things is to mark off every completed task that you achieve on your business. I mean, we have lists. I've got lists and lists of stuff that I have to do for clients. I've got lists of these things. But for myself, I have it in my book, and I actually mark down, I check whatever I've achieved. And sometimes I don't achieve it, then it moves to the next day. But I try and finish something. So if you don't make it too big, then you can actually contain it into a smaller task that you can achieve. So always think of, how am I going to achieve this goal, and how am I going to finish the goal? Because we don't want to schlep it on and on and on. So make it measurable. Make it so that you can actually finish the task. And then include personal lists in your business, and share your goal with others. If you don't share it with others, I keep talking about my book to everybody, and everybody's pushing me to finish my book. So that keeps me focused on actually doing something that I need to do. And this book is all about Shopify and how to set up a Shopify store. But I'm going to hopefully finish it in 2 weeks' time. I've got a schedule to keep, and the schedule keeps moving a little bit, but it doesn't matter. At least I am doing it. And then the biggest thing is, I'm going over a little bit here, biggest thing is to celebrate every single success. Because man, it's absolutely wonderful if we create those goals and we are succeeding in them. So anyway, so I have some free stuff. I have a 5-day challenge to get your store launched. And also got a free strategy call. Just connect with me. My Facebook page is called Veronica Jean's Mentor, and so you can message me, or you can connect with me online. Just I do a 30-minute strategy call. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, and I can help you move your business forward. I'll give you some good advice, and I can also put you connected to some really amazing people that can help you if I can't help you, by the way. So anyway, so thank you for listening. I'm Veronica Jean's e-commerce coach and business consultant and Shopify expert. Thank you for listening, and thank you so, so much for, I need to get out of this. And thank you so much for staying with me today and listening to me afterwards. Again, just connect with me anytime. I'll love to help you.